Welcome to Sex Positive Gaming. I'm Annie, and today we're going to look at 12 of the best adult content sci-fi games. Sci-fi has always been a genre that allows for pushing the boundaries and gives us a way to imagine a better and more inclusive reality. This list reflects this, covering many different flavors and styles. Hopefully you'll find something that you'll really enjoy. First up is City of Broken Dreamers. This is a cyberpunk meets noir visual novel, and the story is fantastic. Maybe too fantastic if you are playing this game specifically for sexual gratification. But really, the game is awesome. Check out the full review that I did earlier this week. City of Broken Dreamers is available for PC, Mac, and Android on Steam, their Patreon, and itch.io. Next up is Timestamp's Chapters 1 and 2. Did you ever watch Back to the Future and wonder what would have happened if Marty McFly didn't help Marty's father NTR Marty with Marty's mother? Would there have been a paradox? Would Marty have become Marty's own father? Timestamps tackles important family dilemmas like these and more. Timestamps Chapters 1 and 2 are available for PC and Mac on their Patreon. Moving away from unsolvable sexy paradoxes to the end of the world. In S.H.E.L.T.E.R, you and your family survive nuclear holocaust in your own personal fallout shelter. Now it is the time to explore the wasteland and repopulate the species. Well, given the rampant mutations, I don't think there's just one species anymore, but there still is a lot of repopulating to accomplish. I covered S.H.E.L.T.E.R back in March, and since then there has been a lot more content and babies added to the game. S.H.E.L.T.E.R is available for PC, Mac, and Android on Steam and their Patreon. From a post-apocalyptic wasteland, we travel to the vacation paradise of Arrakis in the parody game Behind the Dune. Help guide the Kwisatz Haderach Paul Atreides through a spice-infused orgy of intergalactic intrigue. This game is amazing for those who are familiar with the book, movie, or miniseries. For those who haven't, hopefully the new movie won't suck. Either way, I'm really looking forward to watching it. This game was completed a while ago, but the developer keeps adding new scenes, which is totally awesome. Behind the Dune is available for PC and Android on their Patreon. From rustling sandworms, we move to being stranded on a derelict spacecraft in Last Hope. You are the only male member of the crew, and your semen is needed to restore functionality to your siege ship. This is a wholly different kind of water of life from the previous game. Try to convince your crew to help you with your mission, which doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, if we're all gonna die without this happening, everyone should be on board. Diet, supplements, willing participants, and a schedule for milking, but maybe that would take all of the fun out of the experience. Last Hope is available for PC on their Patreon. We stay drifting in space for our next title, Tales from the Unending Void. I've been told that this is a Star Wars influenced game, but the way you travel the galaxy, hook up with, and potentially impregnate every female you come across sounds more like James Tiberius Kirk to me. Check out my review of Tales from the Unending Void that comes out later this week. Tales from the Unending Void is available for PC, Mac, and Android on their Patreon and itch.io. From the Terran Galactic Navy, we jump to the slightly less professional SpaceCorps XXX. This title has most of the flavors, and the game helps you select your preferences through its psychosexmetric system. I actually enjoyed the game so much that I'll be reviewing it later this month. But seriously, if you love campy, sci-fi, flavorful fun, try this game. SpaceCorps XXX is available for PC and Mac on their Patreon and itch.io. From zany space sexy time, we go to dystopic Russian corruption with Defenestration. In this game, you play as a young girl living in a futuristic Soviet Union, and well, this is a heavy corruption-themed game. The art style is striking, and the gameplay is a very standard RPG Maker experience without combat. There are actually a ton of Russian developers in the adult game space, and while we tend to get fewer flavors in general, the stories and gameplay can be highly creative. Defenestration is available for PC on their Patreon. We now return to zany space sexy time with Space Rescue Code Pink. This adventure game is heavily influenced by the Leisure Suit Larry series. While this is the newest title on this Flavor of the Week list, there is still a good amount of content to explore. The art is fun and quirky, and I'm really looking forward to future builds. Space Rescue Code Pink is available for PC, Mac, and Android on Steam and their Patreon. We return to dystopia and corruption with our next title, Future Fragments. I covered this Metroidvania Mega Man-style action game earlier this year. You play as a female freedom fighter trying to overthrow an oppressive regime. The art is awesome, the music is great, but most importantly, there's a whole lot of corruption. Future Fragments should release for PC and Mac on Steam in January of 2022, but you can currently access many different builds on their Patreon. From Mother Brain, we go to Buck Rogers with the game Through Spacetime. You are an astronaut, frozen in time, and picked up 1,000 years later. It just so happens that there are no longer any human males, and it's up to you to save the universe with your, assets. I'm not sure how that even works, but the story isn't really the focus of this horrid harem holiday. Through Spacetime is available for PC, Mac, and Android on their Patreon and itch.io. Sticking with the beloved sci-fi influences, we have the completed Mass Effect parody, Lust Effect. In this game, you are a clone of Commander Shepard, male or female, and you must corrupt the entire crew. Don't worry, in Mass Effect, all of the sexual interactions are always 100% consensual, and EA is the greatest company ever. Lust Effect is available for PC on their Patreon. From sex with aliens, we go to sex with furrier aliens in the completed title Paws. Earth is doomed, so you and a female companion are sent out to help repopulate the human species. This is a furry-themed game, so let's just say you are offered other options. This is a lighthearted and carefree take on the potential extinction of the human race. Paws is available for PC and Mac on their Patreon. And finally, from furries, we move to androids and the Detroit Become Human-influenced Divergence Beyond the Singularity. The visuals are amazing and the production quality is outstanding. This is a choose-your-own-adventure style mystery with multiple main characters. The story is a little unsettling, but I'm really curious to see where this goes. Divergence Beyond the Singularity is available for PC, Mac, and Android on their Patreon. There you have it. This list has just about every flavor combination you could hope for. As you can probably tell, I love science fiction, and I had an amazing time playing the games for this list. Let me know what titles you're looking forward to playing. Which game should I add to the follow-up list? And as always, no shaming, just gaming. Thanks to all this month's supporters on Patreon. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you.